Good morning, everybody, and welcome once again to the Three Little Pigs in the live markets. This session, as always, assumes that you've read and you're aware of the strategy, the Three Little Pigs, which is a free product available over here on Forex Useful. So just come over to the site and you will find it here under free products. The indicator I will use today is also available on the website. It's over here under products, and here Three Little Pigs MT4 swing trade indicator. This is the URL here. And finally, at the end, I will walk through the no indicators trading strategy, which once again is available on the website here under products, no indicators trading strategy. And this is the URL. So onto the markets. As usual, I'll start with Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar, nice money here to be made in September, as you're all aware from the dates that I've been going through. And we came down here, we got stopped at down here. In short again here on Friday. Most of these are a result of the NFP announcement, which gave the US dollar even more strength. So we got an entry down here, stop loss here. So if we get stopped out here, just basically we'll be looking for another short signal here on the Aussie dollar. On Euro GBP, also in a downtrend, we took money from the market here. Didn't get stopped out here, so this wasn't a re-entry. Stopped out here, so waiting here for this to come back down to the short side again. Obviously, it'll take a long time for the weekly to come back up. So realistically, the only signal we'll be looking for in the next week or 3 or 4 is going to be to the short side, unless we see significant change here on the weekly, which is quite unlikely. So yeah, took money here on Euro GBP over the past month or two, and now just wait for this reconfirmation on the downside. Euro JPY, I think the entry was somewhere around about here. It was quite a late entry. The daily was supporting us, but the weekly, we just wait for the weekly to turn. And I think the entry was maybe this candle or this one here. I'm not quite sure, I can't recall from memory, but basically we're involved here on the downtrend on the Euro JPY. We've got an in the money stop now, so we're involved now, and if this does continue in the downtrend, we'll be taking part and taking some money. We have, of course, had an exceptional September here on the Three Pigs, so we can expect some consolidation in October. Nobody knows, of course, but we could have a stellar October like we did September. I had various emails from many of you saying that 40% plus on 1% risk per trade in September, which is kind of in line with my own results. So well done everybody that's stuck with these trends. And as I say, they've gone through the mundane months where we're just up or down 5 or 6% each month, and then we get these great months that make the annual results matter. Onto Euro USD. Really great rewards here in August and in September, and once again we're back involved down here. NFP, as you know, when I'm trading the Three Pigs, I generally just ignore the news and let it do what it does, and accept that 50% of the time it's going to work for me, 50% against. So in this case on Euro USD, the short trade from here, NFP just gave us a nice move down, and already we've got an in the money stop here as taught on the 1-on-1. So now if this continues south, we can make some more money in October on Euro USD, all being well. Onto cable now. Cable we got in here somewhere, I think it was somewhere around here on the 25th. I think it was this candle here. So not a great entry. We've got a stop up here, but nevertheless, we've got a nice in the money stop for a few percent now. And basically, we now give cable enough room to retrace, move down, retrace, move down. So if cable continues to be bearish and acts in a reasonable manner against our moving average, we'll make some money here as well on cable. Onto USD CAD. We've been stopped in and out here recently, so took an entry here, nice tight stop. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too tight and stopped out by a pip or two. Back in again here, a nice tight stop again. That's now in the money. So if USD CAD can continue upwards from here, we're going to make a really nice reward because we've got this really nice entry and tight stop here. So we've got a stop just behind the moving average here, and allows us to make really nice profits here if USD CAD continues now up north. USD Swiss, the dollar strength across the board again, similar shape to USD CAD. Actually, my entry's back here on the 23rd. I reported on this in the newsletter at the weekend, so excuse me, I'm just getting over a little bit of a cold. Back here on the 23rd, got the entry around 9393, and I didn't get stopped out here, just stayed in by a whisker, a few pips or so. And at these levels on Friday, there was about an 8% return on my account, but currently around the stop loss level is about 4.5–5% now. So basically, we can just ride this now, and hopefully, if the dollar strength continues, then we'll be trailing this the same as we're trailing the USD CAD trade, and hopefully we can add some more profits in October to those great rewards made in September. And USD JPY, we've got the uptrends in place here. Sorry, I haven't got my auto scroll on. The uptrends in place here on the weekly, that's clear. We've never taken a short trade here on USD JPY, and the daily's been nicely up as well. So we have had nice uptrend here, but mainly we've been chopped in and out, and we haven't really made a lot or lost a lot here on USD JPY. It's basically just a case of take those signals, and you know, we never know which one's going to be the one that's going to give us that great return. So it looks like we might get stopped out of this recent trade here. If we do, it's just a case of take the next long signal, and let's hope for a further push back up again by USD JPY. Gold, once again, something that I don't trade. I commented on this last week. Those who are trading gold have made some nice money. This was a nice significant move here. I pointed out on the weekly that, you know, we're coming against this big big resistance down here on gold around the around this 1,200 level basically. So this will be watched closely, and I don't know if it's going to break or not, if it's going to hold, but there's a 50-50 chance, I suppose. So as long as the indicators on three pigs say to trade in the direction of the downtrend, then that's what we should be doing. So anybody in here should have taken this entry here on the close of this candle, and the stop will be in the money now. If this does break to the downside, then of course you're going to be riding that breakout. And that's that on Three Little Pigs. Just thanks to everyone that emailed in and gave me their fantastic results for the month of September. I do mention it now and again that is the case, that with the trend following system, 2 or 3 months of the year you're going to make really great results. The other 8 or 9 months of the year you're just going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, break even, break even. It's just a case of trading all those signals and waiting for all of those movements at the same time. Worthy of note is the Euro USD. You know, people ask if I trade Euro USD short and USD Swiss long at the same time, and the answer is yes, I do. There is a correlation between Euro JPY and there's a correlation between Euro USD and USD Swiss. But basically, my view is that if they both start to move, then I've got 2% risk, 1% on each, and I can make really great returns. If they both decide not to move, then basically I've lost 2%, 1% on each. If one decides to move, one doesn't, which is the case sometimes, then at least I'm involved and I will make up for the loss on one side. So yes, I do take a short Euro USD and a long USD Swiss when it does present. On to NITs, I'll just round up quickly. I covered it in the weekly report, but basically we were short here on. I'll start the usual with GBP USD. Sorry. So we were long here on cable. Perhaps I was a little bit too hasty to set my stop loss up here, but you know, I could have set it down here. This is basically where I thought the market was going to turn bullish. In hindsight, perhaps I should have set it here, but anyway, this was where I considered the market would turn bullish, around this 16500 mark. It broke it and just about broke it, and you know, fell away, and now it's taken out a stop loss here. So we're short now with the stop loss up here. Those not in this trade can basically either wait for a retracement here or can get in now with the stop loss just up here as well. Euro USD, not so volatile as the cable. So I was just waiting here. I didn't see any good price action. We broke a low here. I could have put the stop here. It wasn't enough for me. And again here, so when this low was broken here, that was enough for me to move my stop loss to here. So if I see bullish strength through here, I'm happy to change my short position to a long one. In the meantime, I'm hopeful and expecting perhaps a retracement to this area here, and then a further break down south. So nicely positioned here on Euro USD. I can't remember what it is now. It's something over 800 pips here or something since we took this entry with a stop loss up here. So really nice profits here, like we made on cable before we had that losing long position. So we're still short, and I think we're nicely positioned. Euro JPY continues to be really, it hasn't performed at all this year for us, so continues to chop us in and out a little here. So we were long here. We took the long position here, and we made really small, hardly anything here before we got stopped out. So stopped out here. We were short. In my last update, I reported we were short. We broke this the entry low here and moved down to here. So put the stop loss up here, retraced, and then we broke this low. When I seen this price action here, it was enough for me to decide that this high now would be where I'd want to position myself for a long. So we've almost, you know, reduced our risk to nothing here on this trade. So maybe if this low gets broken, we can if this low gets broken, we can move the stop loss down to here in the money and be more relaxed with this trade. At happy, as always, just I'm happy with where I'm positioned on this instrument at the moment. So if it takes my stop, I'm happy to go long here, and if it does take this low out, I'm happy just to move my stop down to here. That's about it. If you've got any questions, you can email me at Forex Useful, or of course you can leave a comment on the YouTube video where this will be available very shortly. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a subscribe button here. It will make sure that you get notified of all of these live events and you don't miss any. And also you'll be notified when any new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching and have a great week.